Indirect. Harris cleverly done towards Attawell. Attawell stands up and the tackle is taken high and advantage was to be played. Kevin Farley makes the call. He'll bring it back. And number 2, Richard Attawell, will bring up the first score of the Western Border League Grand Final. We've got almost Richard Attawell from 25, directly in front, starts it right and it goes right. Will it make the distance? Boy, it just made the distance. The goal umpire's happy with it, goal umpire Ferry. And that is a goal. The first of the Western Border League Grand Final to the... He'll handball it on, good play. Delaney, hand pass it wide to Brophy. Brophy long, yes he does. In fact, he got it from Lang. Brophy long towards full forward. Free kick given, no. Play on, snap is taken. And the first goal for Imperials goes on the board. The youngster getting it in number 3 that time for the Imperials Bulldogs, Shane Keane. Good tackle. Taken away by Prosperi Porter, handed wide. Kevin Harris, he's dangerous from here. On the run, Kevin Harris slams on that northern goal. And the Ox puts through the second for South Gambier. And about him.
Yeah, top player, Jim.
Vaughan inside 50, into the breeze, to the square. Big players want it. Off hands, who's on the ground? Kick from Imps, is it good enough? It may well be. And who do they pat on the back? I think Darren Templeton, in fact, gets the credit for that one. Very quickly. They run it out of defence, do the Demons, and someone violated behind play, and it was an Imps ball that will go downfield. He'll be reported.
Off for this.
The card coming out. Tony McGear is going to report number 9, as Stephen called it. Jason Muldoon, he'll get a yellow card, and Muldoon is off. Imps have to play the last 10 minutes, 1 short.
That was a stupid thing to do, Jim. Some players do.
They all flew, Stephen, as you called it. Here's Glenn, looking for Mullen, cut off by Keane. He's cutting Mullen up, Keane. Here's Vaughan, he's cutting whoever he's on. Goes forward, Edmonds has a mile. If it sits for Mickey, over the top he goes. Templeton will go at an open goal, and Imperials get their 3rd. In fact, it was Michael Sims. Hand pass wide, Harris. He's giving them some run. After him was Lang, but Harris got a kick on that northern goal. I don't think it'll matter. There'll be a free kick downfield if it wasn't. It's gone through from Kevin Harris. That's his 2nd. He's at his back. He may give this a nudge.
It's a big kick.
On the siren, Brian Harris is going to be about 3 metres short and to the left, and we have a quarter-time scoreline. South Gambier 3-1-19 at quarter-time. The Bulldogs, Imperials from Hamilton, 4 goals, 1-25. Getting back, Cranage, hand pass came to Edmonds. He runs off that defensive 50 on the left foot. Over the centre square in front was Bud Walker to ground to Wayne Riddle. Riddle to the goal square. Leroy, where are you? There you are. And he takes a defensive mark. And what's happened here? Leroy has given someone, I think it was Shane Keane, a little bit of a touch-up. Tony McGear reports Lee Capewell. And a certain goal coming up from Imps, for Imps, when South Gambier are actually clearing the football. Stephen,
yes,
shoot.
They were all out on their own then, Jim. I didn't actually see it. I don't know whether you did, but the play went down hard. Lee Capewell has been sent off.
And that evens it up.
Yellow card, I think. The thing is, though, Imperials, Muldoon will be back on soon. And without Lee Capewell, you know, he is an important member of the South Side. It's twofold that.
Well,
that lack of discipline, Jim.
A double whammy. They turn the ball over, will cost them a goal, Steve, and they lose Capewell.
They were running out more, and also they were running the ball out. You know, they had the players there.
Yep.
Could have turned into a goal. Could be a 12-point turnaround plus a loss of Lee Capewell.
This time, Fear is well and truly behind his opponent, lucky not to give away a free kick. Ball to Edmonds. Edmonds chips inside 50. Glenn's back there. Juggling mark not held. Riddle goes in hard. He's pushed in the back. Very crudely by Matty Fear. Play's allowed to go on. Keane will kick his 3rd, and Imps are on a roll. And we're going to the 10-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. From the knockout, Imps bring it forward. Edmonds, what a game he's having. Delightful kick to Riddle. And Wayne Riddle, who was offended against, allowing Keane to get the last goal or kick from outside 50. He'll go to the square. The wind gives it a big ride. From behind, almost Imps. To ground, Cranage. The impossible goal from Cranage. Has he kicked it, Stephen? Shoot! He has!
What a ripper, Jim.
Kick in by O'Donnell. Edmonds! Oh, Stephen!
Second time lucky, Jim.
Oh.
Exactly the same spot, just about.
The matchup is all wrong. It is too big an ask for Attawell to be minding this man. The kid's going to have his confidence absolutely destroyed.
Oh,
Edmonds chips in short, unattended. Number 12, Michael Steer.
Steer's dropped in. Got a shot from directly in front.
Goal. He's kicked a goal, all right, as Michael Steer.
Costly mistake.
Porter, right foot kick, under harassment from Prospery Porter. From behind, Keane has run into an open goal and shut the gate.
How many's that for Keane now, Jim?
4 to Shane Keane. He ready fear tidies up for the Demons on half-time. The scoreboard in the Western Border League Grand Final for 95. South 4-2-26. A big 6-goal quarter to Imperials. 10-6, 66.
He's also one of the best on balls in the league.
Kick from O'Donnell from way outside 50 is good. McGregor! Duncan McGregor. And they need to start positively. They will off the boot of Duncan McGregor. He gets his first. The Demons get their 5th, and just the start they ordered.
While we're on that rumour mill, Jim, I've heard Paul Harris is coming to Mount Gambier next year.
They'll be after him at East Gambier, no doubt, Stephen, to replace the famous half-forward flanker. Here's Kevin Harris on the burst. Long into the goal square. O'Donnell is behind. The ball may have carried. It has. The Ox has got it. 3rd goal to Kevin Harris, 2nd to start the half for South Gambier. Accuracy will be tested by the angle. Chips away short to Patrick O'Donnell. And for once, the Imps backline leave a player loose.
Yeah.
On screen. Paddy. Inside 50. Nice kick off the boot from O'Donnell. Adam Salmon likes it, gives it a clap, and Patrick O'Donnell gets his 1st and the 7th. Out of the fence come the Demons. Long, grandstand side. Salmon in front. Good spoil by Herman. Ball runs loose. Sims will run onto this. Needs support. McGregor kicked the opening goal of the 3rd. Inside Harris. And he's marked inside 50. The Ox has 3. The distance will test him from a standing shot. From the run, you'd back him. Harris long. The wind's behind it. Kevin Harris has given it a big ride. Stephen shoots.
What a goal, Jim. What a goal, Jim. That'll really lift the south side. That was a difficult shot.
Time, in fact, the Imps got there first but couldn't hold it. It comes back to Attawell. Here's a chance for Hurley as receives out from Cranage. It went to Edmonds. Edmonds, the Keener's good play. Inside to Cranage. He'll run into an open goal. Look out, Deja can't give it away. The Imps crowd love it. And Keane kicks another one. And goes up and takes a very good mark for the Demons. Repeating the netball score. 46-45 in favour of South. Here's Lane into an open goal, and Mark Lane narrows the margin for the Demons. Played very well since he's come on, Stephen.
He has.
Salmon, who's not had a good day, we repeat. Here's Fear. He's had a very good 3rd quarter. Quicking back inside 50. Good defensive work by Walker. He made up for it. Played on and lost it. Here's a chance for South. Brian Harris closing in. Kicks for goal. The Demons are back in the ball game, Stephen Chute.
They certainly are, Jim.
Work by Hurley, keeps it going towards that boundary line. Hot on his feet is Salmon. The tackle is good. Hurley's hurt his arm, and he could be out of action. The tackle by Salmon, ferocious but legal, and the break starting to go, well, no pun intended, against Hamilton.
That's
the
right.
Imperials Bulldogs team from Hamilton, under siege at the minute.
Get a goal, a late goal in this quarter.
Riddle took it out of the air and got it to Keane, who kicks in the packet. He's put it through. Magira will give the all clear. It may have been touched. It was. Great umpiring, Tony Magira. Good level at the end of the last quarter. Here's Lane, an important touch, but Edmonds cut it off. He's run down. Hodges got it to Attawell. Attawell from outside 50 goes short to Salmon. And Adam Salmon.
Of course, he's a straight kick. Leading goal kicker in the competition.
Salmon
lines him up.
Has 1. Salmon.
Off the boot. It's a bit short.
Has 2. Big shepherd from Mick Ryan.
Good work by Mick Ryan there,
Take 3 points of that if you don't mind, Mick.
Yep.
And Salmon kicks his 2nd, and the margin is 10 points for the last quarter. Sims went hard against Riddle. Vaughan got a mighty hit. There's Kranich, the Riddle to Edmonds. Edmonds has been fantastic. He's forced to kick right foot, and he finds the full forward in Templeton.
There's a big
touch to Michael Edmonds. Darren Templeton, the full forward, has kicked 2. An important one from him. Salmon had one at the other end. Templeton has one at the southern end. And the margin has gone back to 17 points.
That was
Tony Magira gets us underway. We're on 3/4 time as the siren sounds to end it. At 3/4 time, a 7-goal to 3 3rd quarter by the Demons has set up what should be a thrilling last quarter. The margin 17 points, 11-4 to the Imperials Bulldogs, 13-9. And over for a throw in. Marty Foster has a very special guest on the boundary line. Marty.
Yes, Jim, I've got Dean Jenkinson here, the Western Border medalist for this season. Dean, what are your thoughts on the game so far?
Very, very interesting at the moment. Could go either way. Whoever gets the first goal here, I would say would win.
Can South get back, do you think?
Yes, South have been playing well this last quarter here and seem to be running the ball a lot better than what Imps are.
Are you surprised by the way Imps came out at the start?
No, being past Imps player and what have you, I expected this sort of situation from them. They always fight hard and they'll be fighting hard till the end.
Okay, thanks, Dean.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marty, with Dean Jenkinson, the medalist for 95-minute mark of this, the last quarter. An 18-point margin to the 93 champs, Imperials over the 94 champs. South Gambier, long kick on goal from Riddle. Inside 50, and the first goal is to the Bulldogs. He'll run onto the loose ball. He'll run inside 50. He'll shoot on that northern goal, and he'll miss again. Won't get the distance. Leroy Capewell spent time on the bench with a yellow card to Harris. Cut off by Porter. Porter did it well. Hooks it back on his own. Templeton. He'll go into an open goal. And look out, you're in trouble now, South. Side. Who will he go for? Prospery Porter's the quick legs. He gets some space. They'll try and run him down. He goes inside attacking 50. The ball won't bounce for him. Loses control. Going in is Lane. Lane, a beautiful hand pass McGregor. McGregor to Harris. He'll run on that southern goal. Long kick by Harris. The answering goal by South Gambier.
Good.
One's tackled high, and he is holding the ball. One or the other. Tony McGeera closest, makes the call.
Nothing goes right for you. Nothing goes right for you when you're down by this much.
Inside 50 to Mickey Edmonds, and he could just put the cream on the premiership cape.
Mick Edmonds to kick a goal in this last quarter.
Michael kicks left, Mickey kicks left foot. It looks okay. What's the goal umpire think? Yes, he does. And Mickey Edmonds, there he is.
And isn't he happy?
Yes, sir, says Mickey. And I reckon he knows that the Imperial side are home. They're home, Stephen.
Yeah, I think that lady's out the back warming up right now, Jim. I
can hear the chords coming on the background.
Yep.
Back running loose is Keane. He's kick 4. He'll go inside looking for the captain coach. A little shove from Mickey, but the umpire has a sense of theatre and says it's the captain coach, and I'm going to pay the mark. Mickey will kick from 35, maybe 40. Beautiful kick, Mickey Edmonds. The Bulldogs are premiers. Turning into trouble that time was Aaron. He got it to Riddle. Riddle towards centre half forward on Mickey. He couldn't take the mark. He made a mistake. Take yourself off, Mickey, for that. From behind, he's crunched that time. Riddle went very hard on Attawell. Did the Imps crowd very happy. There's Mickey. Mickey Edmonds. He's done it again, the captain coach. Will Stephen Chute give him best on the ground? Was marked it. Players closing down. And there's the final siren. There's Mickey Edmonds. Congratulations from Wayne Glynn, and Imperials are premiers for 95. 18-13, 121 to 12 goals for 76. Mickey Edmonds congratulated by Patrick McDonald. Big hug from the Imperial supporters for Mickey. They are delighted for the captain coach. Will it be his last game for Imperials? Mickey Edmonds making his way across to Peter Sims. Have a look at the handshake between two coaches, very well respected, and for each other as well, throughout the league and for each other. Mickey is again congratulated by the Imp supporters. Stephen Chute, you've had time to think, pick the best players.
Jim, you put me on a bit of a spot here. I'm not the best at picking best players. I'd have to agree with you a bit with South. I think Michael Mullins off a half-back flank did very well. They were under, the back line was under siege all day with the Imperials run-on players running the ball down. He did very well. His partner in crime, Matty Fear, I think did quite well too. Again, under pressure with the ball coming in numerous times. It was being bombarded there at various stages in the game. And this one may surprise you a bit, but my third choice is Mark Lane. I thought the time he came on, he did quite well. When he got the ball, he used it well. He ran hard all day, he chased hard all day. Unfortunately, from there's not really much left with South. It just wasn't their day, unfortunately. Imperials, they weren't let. I mean, Imperials just played a lot better. They beat South at their own game.
And try and pick best players for
the Imperial side.
And leave someone out, Stephen. How could you?
Well, you couldn't really, Jim. I mean, they all played superbly. And, of course, led by the man himself, Mick Edmonds. I think if he doesn't get best on ground in everyone's books, then people were watching a different game. All day he led from the front. His foot passing was superb. His leadership was superb. His hand skills were superb. Everything he did, he just did to perfection. Very rarely made a mistake. He lifted his side totally. Capped it off with a couple of goals in the last quarter. He just played superb. Where do you go from there? They all played well. Wayne Riddle was running free, got lots of kicks. Shane Keane, just for his 4 goals in the first half, played superbly. You could go on and on. Ben Cranage picked up numerous kicks. The young fella in Bud Walker, they all played well, but I think there's no doubt that Mick Edmonds was best on ground by far.
Well, here we have the final throws of the 95 grand final. Imperials celebrate. Mickey Edmonds may be in his last game for Imperials. He won it in 93 as captain coach. He's come to Vansittart Park again. He's won it in 95. The Imperials Bulldogs, they came in as underdogs, Stephen. They've won it from behind, 18-13, 121 to 12-4, 76. Our thanks to Stephen Chute today, to Marty Foster, our boundary rider, Robin Reid, our director, all our camera crew, our production staff and our technical crew. But for 95 football on Channel 8 for local footy, Jim Buckley signing off from the Western Border League Grand Final for Channel 8 Sport.